Sup guys, it's me Charlie, and in today's video I'm gonna talk about 3 things that I believe Second Dinner should do to make Marvel Snap a much better game. Now don't get me wrong, I do love Marvel Snap. I do think that it is one of the best games that I've ever played, but unfortunately while the game itself is fantastic, the management of the game I believe leaves much to be desired. Now without much further ado, I'm going to jump into the first thing that I do believe that will make Marvel Snap a better game, which is 1. Card acquisition. Now this is something that I believe a lot of people already know, a lot of people already are talking about it. The card acquisition for Marvel Snap sucks balls. And I know it mainly affects free-to-play players, but as a game, you want your player base to be as huge as possible. That's when people will talk about the game. That's when people experiment with the game. That's when you have a lot of interest created. Okay, and I do not understand why Second Dinner is being such a miser to free-to-play players. You release 5 new cards every month. Free-to-play players typically get around 1.5 new cards every month. Alright, based on the spotlight keys that we earn. Okay, and 1.5 out of 5. Hey, that's a miserable 30%. Alright, so look, free-to-play players are way behind the curve. Way behind the curve. Even if you just say, alright, free-to-play players, I'm going to give you one free new card every month. Okay, free-to-play players are still 2.5 new cards out of 5 cards every month. That's still a progression of 50%. So really, free-to-play players are falling very far behind. I do not understand why Second Dinner needs to be so miserable towards free-to-play players. Okay, free-to-play players are part of your player base, are the bulk of your player base. We want to, we may not be spending a lot, we may not be spending on Marvel Snap right now, but we could one day. Right? And if you do not have the player base, nobody's going to play the game. It's as simple as that. Nobody's going to play Marvel Snap if it takes 2 minutes to get into a game to matchmake. Alright, so a big player base is a healthy player base, no matter what. Second proposal for Second Dinner: fire whoever is planning your strategies. Whoever doing strategic planning for the game, please fire them. I'm going to talk about 2 things in terms of strategy that has failed miserably for Second Dinner. First of all, this is just something that I don't know, it has sat with me for the longest time, which is deck slots. I still do not understand why we only have 20 deck slots. Okay, 20 deck slots is not enough. We are forced to delete decks that we love. We are forced to delete, copy, paste the deck codes and everything, and all these are hassles. All these are things that detract away from playing the game. Now I know that Second Dinner has mentioned that there are some technical issues if we were to want to implement more deck slots, but it has been over 2 years since they said that. Alright, and deck slots, I do believe that if we have more decks, I do believe that more deck slots equals more revenue. What's the train of thought? Well, more deck slots equals more deck variations. More deck variations equals more cards needed. More cards needed equals higher incentive and impetus to actually spend to get the new cards, to get more cards. So I do not understand why Second Dinner doesn't have this simple train of thought and have not increased deck slots yet. The second thing I am going to talk about in terms of strategic planning is series drops. Series drops have been the most anticipated things for 6 months, and Second Dinner has failed to deliver, failed miserably. Now, a lot of people may be saying that, you're just thinking from the player's point of view. No, I'm talking about a corporation point of view as well. I'm talking about profitability point of view. What do I mean? I don't think anyone is going to spend on series drops. Nobody's going to spend the tokens that they have saved. Nobody's going to spend real money on the series drops, because none of the cards that have dropped is actually enticing enough. The only card that is somewhat enticing is X23, but the series drop coincides with Lunar Snow Spotlight Week, which features X23. And a lot of the cards that have dropped have also been in recent Spotlight Cash. So basically, why would anyone want to spend when they have already gotten a card, when they can get the card via that week's Spotlight? It makes zero sense. And to me, it's a dumb ass move because it's December. Other people are having sales. They are getting in the December shoppers. Everyone is in a happy mood. Happy mood, not mood. Alright, and Second Dinner choose not to capture this pool of December shopping. Everyone else, every other game, every other product, every other service, they're putting up sexy products, alright, putting up sexy sales in their display window. But Second Dinner has chosen to do a garage sale. I do not know. Alright, this is a pool of money that's waiting for Second Dinner, but they have chosen to, alright, let's put up some shit on our display window, and I don't know, pray to God that there's a Christmas miracle and people actually spend. That's just dumb. That's just dumb. Now the final thing that I want to talk about is stop making Marvel Snap so complicated. Every new thing that Second Dinner has actually launched have not actually been successful at all. Let's talk about Conquest. People have a go or two at Conquest, and nope, that's it. Alright, for myself, I've also stopped wanting to get shiny avatars. I think I have 7 or 9 shiny avatars. and I think I'm gonna call it a day. I don't really care much about the shiny avatars anymore because it's hang on, I have 2, 4, yep, I have 9. Because to me it's too much of a hassle, and the mode itself is, it's not exactly, it's a lot luck based, alright, and that just don't sit well with me if you would ask me, in terms of trying to earn a reward in that sense. Alright, so basically Conquest has also fallen flat. Other things, Deadpool's Diner leaks, they have not gotten much positive feedback as well. Alliance, alright, other than people getting the rewards and all, I don't think anyone is having fun earning the bounties. The only thing that has gotten positive praise is High Voltage, but we know Glenn's take on it, right? And basically High Voltage is just senseless fun. Alright, it's just people having a avenue to go casual, to go nuts, and that is essentially the problem. When we play Marvel Snap, we only have two objectives. 1, ladder. 2, to chill. Now, by introducing a lot of different events, different things, Deadpool Diner, leaks, things like that, you are adding additional stress. You're bringing in additional stress to us, because right now, okay, I want to hit Infinite on ladder, I want to chill, but right now there's this additional mode. So you are taking away, alright, for those who have not hit Infinite, you are adding to their stress. For those who have hit Infinite, you are taking away our chill time. You are taking away the time that we use to experiment things. You are taking the time that we use to fool around with an Asgard deck, alright? An Asgard deck that's not tier A tier or S tier, but hey, look, I like it when I get to play my hammers. Alright, you're taking away the time that I play around, fool around with some weekend experimentation, things like that. You are basically eating into our fun time. And adding additional stress. You are forcing us, alright? Deadpool Diner, we don't have the time to experiment. We have to go with decks that have been proven to work. We have to go to decks that we have used before because we know they work. And it isn't fun. Alright? So please, Second Dinner, you do not have to make things so complicated. You do not have to create so many things. Alright? Ladder is sufficient for us. Ladder plus conquest is already a great recipe. For people like me, once I've reached infinite on ladder, I move on to conquest. I fool around with decks that I want to experiment, and I have my fun. For people who want to continue climbing on ladder, they have their time too. So please stop trying to make Marvel Snap such a complicated game. You really do not have to. Alright? So stop trying to come out with things like leaks, Deadpool Diner. I know that the intent is good. I do recognize that the intent is good, but it is not necessary. Instead, focus on, making the game better. Every new card that has been released, I would say that most of the cards that have been released, I would say that I think it's reasonable to say that all of the cards that have been released are actually pretty good, because we can't expect every card to be fantastic for us, okay? But some of the cards are, hit certain niche, and overall they serve a purpose in that sense. Every new card that has been released has been good, okay? And that's where the strength of the game lies in. You create a new card, you generate the excitement. You do not have to, releasing Agony. Although a lot of people are saying that Agony sucks, I do think that Agony sucks as well, but each time you release a new card, there will be some excitement, because no matter what, it will hit certain niche in the community. Alright? And I think that's enough. You do not have to keep the card behind an event like Deadpool's Diner. King E3. Sure, it's not a good card, but it is enough to excite people like me who love Asgard, who love Thor. Alright? And it's enough. You do not have to throw it behind Deadpool's Diner. It's really a painful process. It's really a painful journey. Alright, so to sum it up, 1, improve card acquisition, make things a little bit more friendly for free-to-play players, improve the morale of your community, alright, and overall the game will definitely rise with it. 2, I don't know, but your strategic planning team sucks. Really, think about what are the things that you are doing. I could name a lot more, but I think naming these 2 would suffice. 3, keep it simple. Really, we love the game as it is. We are happy with ladder plus conquest. Alright, give us time to climb. Give us be it to wherever. For me, it's to infinite, and that's it. For some people, they want to climb to top 50, top 100, top 10. It's up to them. Give us the room to climb and chill. That's it. You don't have to keep introducing so many things to the game that we already love. Alright, so that's my thoughts on Marvel Snap. I do think that it's a fantastic game. So I really hope that the management of the game improves. Otherwise, it's look, we're already seeing a lot of fatigue from content creators, and they are paid to love the game. Alright, they are paid to love the game, but we have already seen most of them, if not all of them, slow down. Okay, and that's not good for Marvel Snap as a game.